The content, views, and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the producer and do not necessarily reflect the view and opinions of the City of Bremerton, BCAT, their officials, or their employees.
Hi, my name is Phil Colcord. I'm president of Fraternal Order of Police Evergreen Lodge 1 here in Kitsap County, and this is our outreach program. And today's guest is Lia
Rudon.
And tell us a little bit about yourself, Maria.
So I work at the Bremerton Family YMCA as the Senior Member Services Director. I also see our Marina Square Express Y. I've been with this association for a little over 3 years, but I've worked for the Y in general for a little over 10 years now.
Okay,
yes.
Good. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Thanks.
We have quite a big group of YMCA here in Kitsap County, facilities-wise, right?
We do, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, we have 3 large branches out here. We have one in Gig Harbor, the Tom Taylor Family YMCA. We have one in Silverdale, which is the Hazelwood Family YMCA, and then the Bremerton Family YMCA in Bremerton. And then we also have Marina Square Express Y, which is downtown Bremerton. It's a small express facility, ages 18 plus, right next to the ferry terminal.
Oh, okay.
Yes, opened up in October.
Well, that would be nice. Can you share a bit about the YMCA and what its mission is?
Absolutely. So we are a nonprofit organization aimed at serving everyone within our community while also following our core values of respect, responsibility, caring, and honesty.
Okay, repeat those one more time. Respect,
responsibility, caring, and honesty.
Okay, those are all good qualities.
They are. Got to have them.
Yeah, I agree. So what kind of community resources does the YMCA provide?
So we actually provide a vast variety of programs there. We have the shower program, which is available Monday through Friday from 6 to 8 a.m. And that's for whether you're a member or not. You need a shower, you just need to clean up a bit, come on in, bring a photo ID, you're good to go to use the facility. We also have a community day at the Bremerton Y, which is the first Saturday of every month, free and open to the public to be able to use that facility. We work with the City of Bremerton with a Parks and Rec voucher, which is for Bremerton residents. So they get one of those a month and they can access the Bremerton Y at no cost. We also have foster child memberships and 3rd grade swim, all supported by our annual campaign.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it keeps you really busy.
Oh, it does. Yeah. All the time, but we love it.
It sounds like everybody benefits a lot, but who benefits the most from your programs?
I would definitely say the youth in our community and the older adults as well. That's where in Bremerton at least, that's where we see the biggest impact. Our youth, they need more to do. They need to make that own sense of community for themselves outside of school. So that's huge at the Bremerton Y, as well as those older adults who come in and they're very regular with their workouts, programs, whatever they have going on. They've created their family at the Y, and they are dedicated, loyal, and they truly enjoy themselves.
Do they have to make an appointment to come in?
Nope, absolutely not. No, you can just come in. They can work out. There's Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of every month, we have a bingo and like a potluck for the active older adults. So they look forward to that, and you don't have to sign up in advance. You can just show up. And then we also have some of our group fitness classes that are dedicated just to those active older adults.
Oh, good. And I think you're already telling this, but how does YMCA stand out compared to other gyms or facilities?
So the great thing about the Y is it's not just a gym. It's not just, come in for your workout and that's it. It's really about that sense of community. So we do offer things like the shower program, and we have different community events throughout the year, like Healthy Kids Day. It was the last Saturday of April. That happens every year. It's free and open to the public. We have vendors and a Gaga Ball pit and a ton of games and crafts that happen. We also have a Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee that happens every October. So we have a ton of different programs, not just working out. We have swim lessons for kids and adults, same with the culinary classes, regular art classes. So while we want to promote that physical health, we also are very supportive of the mental, emotional, and social health, because we've seen that without those, it's hard to move forward with your physical health as well.
And YMCA, it's a national program, right?
Yes, it is.
And it's been around for a long time. I mean, I took swimming lessons there when I was in grade school.
We hear that a lot. Yeah, the original Bremerton Y, it started off as the Navy YMCA in downtown Bremerton, and it was actually just a few blocks from where our Marina Square Express Y is now located down there.
Okay.
Changed locations a few times.
What is the Marina?
The Marina Square?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's just an expressway. It's 2,100 square foot. It just has cardio equipment in there and some weight room equipment. And it's really just meant for your quick workout, whether you're on your lunch break downtown, whether you're waiting for the ferry, or even waiting for dinner reservations. You have that space available to you. It's 18 plus, so it is just focused on that adult workout to get you in and out of there.
Okay. And now, is that one membership only?
So you can come in as a guest there as well, yeah. But if you do have a membership within the YMCAs of Pearson-Kitsap counties, your membership will work there.
Okay, great. So speaking of membership, what amenities are available to members?
So we have swim lessons, we have culinary classes, art, dance, theater, youth and adult sports leagues. We have camp. We have, again, all of our community events, Healthy Kids Day, Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee. We also have different clinics and workshops. We have yoga workshops and some meditation workshops. We have our sauna, our steam room, our pool, our hot tub, basketball court, an indoor track. We have everything.
It sounds like you have everything.
We do. We have a lot going on.
You must have a huge staff to cover everything.
So we don't have a huge staff. We could always use more staff like everybody else, right? But while I always say Bremerton is one of the smaller centers out of all the Ys within Pearson-Kitsap counties, we are small but mighty. So we make it happen.
Well, they're good. That's a good attitude to have, too.
Yeah.
What programs and events do you have planned for this year?
So we just wrapped up our Healthy Kids Day. We have summer camp that we're looking forward to. We have our Spring 2 session with swim lessons, all of our arts and skills and drills and sports. That registration opens next week at Bremerton. It's Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. But we have camp that'll start the third week of June, and that goes until the end of August. We have our Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee, which will happen in October. We have our member appreciation, which happens in the summertime. We're also going to do movies in the park this summer. And so that'll be, we have a big blow-up screen that we're going to have outdoors, and we'll have popcorn. I heard we have the best popcorn in Bremerton, so we have the best popcorn maker too, so we'll have that and serve popcorn. It'll be kind of like a movie under the stars, so we're looking forward to that.
That's neat.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have a big turnout for a lot of these events, right?
Yeah, we do. So on average, for our Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee and our Healthy Kids Day, those are like our big main events that we have at the Bremerton Y, and so we're averaging around 500 people who participate in those.
Wow.
And it just keeps growing and growing, which is great.
I can imagine, yeah.
I don't know where we're going to put the people next year.
I was going to say, what about space?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. If you're succeeding, then it sometimes becomes overwhelming. But it just makes you think out of the box to figure out how to fix it, right? And keep going and make it better.
Absolutely. And that's the whole thing is, we always have to progress in how we're doing things and how we're thinking. So, all of these events that it's just, picking up more members and guests and just anyone within the community, and we're gaining more traction there. It definitely is important to start thinking of, okay, what does our community still need that they've already let us know? What have they shown us that is a new need that we haven't thought of before, and how can we navigate to get there?
Okay, I got a question for you. You with that big of a situation in an organization, you have paid employees, you also have volunteers, right?
Yes, we do, yeah.
Okay, what current jobs are open there in the paid and in the volunteer?
So I'll start with the volunteer. Our annual events, we always need volunteers for those. So in the spring and the fall is when we're really looking for those volunteers. We also have a CIT program, counselor in training, for summer camp. And so we always need other youth or even adults to assist with summer camp and all that entails. And then regarding paid positions, we are always looking for lifeguards, swim instructors, group fitness instructors, health and well-being coaches, where they kind of navigate the weight room and the cardio room. We're always looking for people to man the welcome center and to greet members coming in and help them with all their needs. So we're really always looking for basically anyone who would be a great fit for any of those positions, but we're always hiring.
Okay. And do you hire locally or?
So we do both. So we do try to hire locally, but sometimes we will have people from out of state that they see a position and they really are interested in that position. And we've had plenty of people move over here from all over the country for positions within our association.
Oh, well, that says a lot for your association too.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Okay, on the volunteers, what opportunities are available for them?
So they can come in and help with getting crafts and games and whatever is happening during summer camp, any activities. Denise Kilkenny, she's our senior youth director, so she's in charge of summer camp, and she is fantastic at what she does. Hands down, the best youth director I've ever met, and I've met quite a few of them, Phil. And she's just great and is always looking for the best people for her programs, whether it's camp or culinary, whatever the case is, whether it's a paid employee or a volunteer. So that's the great thing, is that even the volunteers that we're getting, we want to make sure that, yes, they're doing it for the right reasons, but also they're a good fit for what they're volunteering for. And so youth, I would say, hands down, is the biggest volunteer situation that we have, just because we have so many youth programs. We're also always looking for volunteers for our third grade swim program as well. And so that is funded through our annual campaign from generous donations. But we make it our mission for everyone within the Bremerton School District, third graders are going to learn how to swim.
That's good.
We have the most waterways in the continental U.S., and we have to pay attention to that. It's a life-saving skill, and that means a lot to us that every child knows how to swim.
That's good. And I would say probably in both paid and volunteers, life experience that the person has plays a role in what jobs they might be able to help you with, right?
Absolutely, and that's why we're really intentional. Obviously, we want to give these volunteers something that they actually want to do, but also that is a good fit for them, for our staff, and for our youth.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And that completes them too, especially if you're holding older volunteers that would, like a school teacher or a counselor or something. They fit right in, I would say, with what you have going in different functions like your camp and so forth.
Right. And we do have, a lot of grandparents that come in that this is where their grandkids learned how to swim, and this is where their grandkids went to camp, and now their grandkids are in college or have kids of their own, and they see the impact that the Y made for their family, and they want to give back and make sure that every family receives that same positive impact.
Yeah. And my girls, when they were in school, they were in 4-H, and they go every year to 4-H camp.
Yeah.
It was out in the middle of nowhere. We felt a little guilty living them there, but they always had a blast and a good time, and they had good counselors.
Yeah, and that makes all the difference. Plus, parents need the break too.
What motivates you to be working, can continue to work with the YMCA?
Just serving my community, making a positive difference any way that I can. is definitely motivating to me. I want to make sure that everyone, regardless of background, has access to anything that they need, whether it's the shower program, whether it's third grade swim, learning how to swim, whether it's adult sports or youth soccer, whether it's the culinary classes. We're seeing a lot of kids aren't being taught how to cook, how we used to be when I was a kid at least. And so just teaching them those basic skills of how to navigate a kitchen, so extremely important, but it's something that's kind of lost in translation these days. Everything's, quick, let's get it done, we have stuff to do. And so people aren't really taking the time, with their kids to teach them even the small parts of life that add up to big parts of life. And so we want to provide whatever we can in any situation in a positive way.
I starve to death if it wasn't for my wife.
See, there you go. You should come to our culinary classes, Phil.
Well, she says I burn toast.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's good that way, though.
Well, I hope she cooks when I come over for dinner then.
Since reopening after COVID, what kind of changes have you noticed?
So we're seeing the need for socialization. It's just huge. During COVID, we couldn't socialize like we're all used to, and we're creatures of habit, and that socialization aspect is huge. So we have a lot of active older adults who come in and they may not hear their name be said all week long. Maybe they live alone. And so them coming into the Y, us welcoming them, using their name when we're greeting them is huge. That might be the only time people are hearing their name be said. So them also building their community, we have to have that social aspect of it, which then affects your emotional health, your mental health, and positively your physical health as well. So I would definitely say the socialization, just them being able to talk to other people, kind of form their tribes there and really find their family at the Y.
And I think to people it's very simple, but it really is overwhelming to have people remember them.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So that's one thing that I'm adamant about, and my team knows. Let's use names, first names, whatever they want to be called. That's what we're going to use, because we want to have that personal relationship with them. And it's important to them, and it's important to us. We want them to come back. We want them to feel comfortable. We want them to feel like this is home when they come into the Y. And we're not just another staff member up at the Welcome Center scanning them in. We truly are part of their family.
I got a question on that line. When you're dealing with so many people, and people are social, they want to be social and so forth, do you have many problems with, not everybody's a good fit for everyone else, and some people, even not knowingly, can aggravate other people. What do you guys do for that, or as to try to keep everything, in a peaceful setting?
Yeah, so we do have a lot of trainings that the YMCA provides that kind of help us navigate those difficult situations. And we also always have a manager or director who's there available in case, something escalates or just a little bit more support is needed. So we always have extra staff available who that's one of the things that they excel in. But honestly, all of our staff are really good at navigating those situations themselves, and they feel supported, which definitely assists too. But we respect if there's a member who comes in and they'll tell us, hey, you guys don't have to greet me. I kind of don't want you guys saying my name. I'm just going to come in with my headphones on and let me just do my thing. All right, we got it, and we'll relay that to the rest of the team. Like, this member has asked that. Yeah, we can wave, but kind of just lay off on asking the questions and, that social aspect of it. So
it's an art to calm a situation down instead of, put water on it instead of fuel.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and so, your staff has to be very articulate in knowing people's personalities and what might fuel it and what might calm them down.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the way it was with my job too when I worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could make it worse if you didn't handle it properly.
Absolutely. You got to know how to navigate confrontation, just navigate any type of situation. And it could change at the drop of a dime, but we have to know that these are the different routes we can take. We'll be supported in this. And we just want everyone to feel comfortable and like they belong.
What's the most important message or feeling you want members to know or to take with them when they leave?
We just want everyone to feel that sense of belonging. We want them to find their family at the Y. We want them to feel included and just comfortable. We just want them to belong.
Mm-hmm. On that, with the success you have, do you ever have to turn people away?
No, we don't. So we always want to get to that yes. Mm-hmm. And any way that we can make that happen, we're going to try our absolute best to make that happen. We do have our financial scholarship program, which is funded through our annual campaign. And that is just an income-based program that if you qualify, you can receive up to a certain percentage off of your monthly membership. Mm-hmm. And so that is something that is utilized at all of the branches within our association. And that's really important because not everyone can afford everything. And we want this to be accessible for all, regardless of their situation. So we always want to get people in there, and it's just as important for them to find their tribe as it is for the next person.
Is there anything else you'd like to add? We're getting short of time here.
I just want to add that we have a lot of fun stuff happening. It's coming up this summer, in the fall, and even in the winter time. We're just going to keep doing bigger and better things at the Bremerton Y and at Marina Square. So come check us out because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sounds good. I would add another deal. If your YMCA staff and higher-ups enjoy it, and they like to do the show again or have other people, just get a hold of me and we'll arrange it.
Thanks, Phil.
Okay, and you're welcome back too.
Why, thank you. I guess we'll be hanging out again, huh?
Yeah. So thank you. I got to end it here, so hang on a second. And that concludes our show. YMCA is a great place, and I hope this helps you, and I hope a lot of you go check it out. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you down the road. Stay safe out there.